Welcome to the deep dive. Ever been just mesmerized by the enchanting visuals of Studio Ghibli? Films like Spirited Away or My Neighbor
Oh,
Totoro.
absolutely. That look is iconic.
Totally. So today we're showing you how to easily create images with that same magical touch. And the best part, it can all be done for free.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing.
So whether you're an aspiring artist, a huge Ghibli fanatic, or maybe just curious about what cool things AI can do, we've gathered some really accessible methods to explore. We'll look at AI generators,
Hmm.
some digital tools.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is just how many different ways there are now. We're seeing AI that can mimic artistic styles pretty convincingly.
Right.
And then there are open source options, which are great if you're a bit more tech savvy. Plus, even things like digital brushes and simple online filters that anyone can use to get that Ghibli feel.
Okay, let's unpack this. Maybe start with the AI image generators. These seem pretty user-friendly, right? Like you can often just upload an image or type something and then boom, add filters for a specific look.
That's right, yeah. Take Deep Dream Generator, for instance. You can go to their site, upload your own picture, and then select a filter. Some of them give it this painterly, almost dreamlike quality. Kind of reminds you of some Ghibli backgrounds.
Interesting.
And then there's Art Breeder. That one lets you sort of blend different images together. It's really fantastic for creating those unique anime-inspired landscapes and character designs Ghibli is so well known for.
Oh, like those really lush forests or the whimsical creatures.
Exactly. Those kinds of things. Art Breeder is great for that sort of experimentation.
And we also looked at Dream by Wombo. That's the one that creates AI-powered paintings.
Yeah, that's it.
And it has styles that can definitely evoke that Ghibli feeling, that beautiful, slightly soft and imaginative look.
It's got that vibe. And Leonardo.ai is another platform we found, specifically kind of geared toward generating Ghibli-style artwork using AI.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have quite a few options right off the bat, even just with those generators.
Definitely. Now, if you're someone who likes to tinker a bit more, get under the hood,
hmm
what's interesting is the world of open source AI models.
Okay. Open source.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly in this context?
Well, think of them like the raw ingredients for AI art. And there are models like, I think one's called Anything V4, and another one, a Ghibli Diffusion. These have been specifically trained to understand and reproduce the Ghibli style.
So they know the Ghibli look.
Pretty much, yeah. The data they learned from was focused on that aesthetic.
So where would someone use these ingredients, these models?
Right, good question. They're often used on platforms like Stable Diffusion Web UI. Sometimes people just call it Automatic 1111 or another one called Comfy UI.
Okay.
Think of these platforms as like the workshops,
Yeah.
where you can take these open source models and generate your own unique images. It gives you a lot more control over the final result compared to the simpler generators.
Got it. More control, but maybe a steeper learning curve.
Potentially, yeah. Depends on how deep you want to go.
Oh.
Oh, and for another accessible AI option with lots of styles, including some Ghibli-esque ones, there's also Mage.space. That's worth checking out, too.
Okay, cool. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. For people who maybe prefer a more hands-on approach, digital drawing.
Ah, yes.
It turns out there are tons of free Ghibli-style brush sets just floating around online for popular software
Right.
like Photoshop and Procreate.
Exactly. You can find these on sites like Gumroad. DeviantArt is another place people create and share these brushes.
And these brushes actually mimic the style.
Yeah, they're designed to replicate the kind of line work, the textures, the foliage maybe that you see in Ghibli's animation.
Yeah,
So if you're already a digital artist, this is a fantastic way to bring that specific style into your own work.
that makes sense. You're using familiar tools, but with brushes designed for that aesthetic.
Precisely.
But what if you're like not a digital painting pro?
Mm.
Are there simpler options still? Maybe less technical?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Even something as common and user-friendly as Canva actually has free anime-style filters you can play with.
Canva? Really?
Yeah, you can apply them to your images to give them just a touch of that aesthetic. It might not be perfect Ghibli, but it nudges it in that direction.
Huh. Okay.
And then there's Krita. Krita is amazing. It's a totally free and open source painting software, really powerful. And it even has brush options built in, or you can import others that can help you achieve a Ghibli-like look without spending any money on the software itself.
Wow. Okay. Krita. Good one to remember.
Mm.
So wrapping this up then,
Mm.
what does this all mean for our listener?
Well, I think the big takeaway is
It means you've basically got this whole range of free tools right at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Right? From like simple AI filters that take seconds
right.
to more involved open source AI models if you want to dive deeper,
Hmm.
and even traditional digital drawing tools like brushes tailored for that specific look. There are options for exploring the enchanting visual style of Studio Ghibli, no matter your skill level.
Exactly. It's incredibly accessible now, which, really raises an important question, I think. A final thought, maybe.
Go on.
With these tools becoming so easy to get and use, how might you, the listener, see creative expression evolve? Could we see totally new artistic styles emerge from this? Styles influenced by these beloved aesthetics, sure, but pushing into directions we haven't even imagined yet.
Hmm. Democratizing creativity, perhaps,
Yeah.
leading to new forms we can't even picture now.
It's certainly something to think about.